In response to the Capitol attack that took place on January 6th and the demand for racial justice, we need Congress to pass the For the People Act. In our first 4 videos in this series on the For the People Act, we discussed voting rights and how the act will modernize the way we vote, campaign finance, and the need for an overhaul of the role of money in politics, important redistricting reform and how we will achieve that, and finally, updated election security. In this final video, we will be discussing the need for stronger ethical rules for all 3 branches of government. No matter what political affiliations you may have, everyone can agree that those in charge need to adhere to certain ethical standards. The For the People Act requires the president and vice president, as well as millions of government employees who work under them, to adhere to the same broad ethical standards. These standards are consistent with voluntary practices that every president going back to the 1960s adhered to until President Trump took office in 2016. The act requires the president, vice president, and candidates for those offices to disclose their tax returns, which is also consistent with long-standing voluntary practices. The act strengthens the Office of Government Ethics, which oversees ethical compliance in the executive branch. It also strengthens congressional safeguards against congressional conflicts of interest. Finally, the act requires a code of ethics for the United States Supreme Court. It seems like basic knowledge that every person in power should be working ethically and responsibly, but citizens are not blind to the fact that this isn't the case. A basic, broad, ethical standard for all government employees would help ensure ethical and responsible decision-making and consequences for those who do not adhere to the standards. To learn more about the key measures in the For the People Act, click the links to our previous videos below.